Hi, I'm Laura Keto, and welcome to my introduction video and my journey on my ketogenic diet. My journey actually began 30 years ago, and I do believe that it started 30 years ago. I was overweight. I was an overweight child. I decided one day that I was going to lose weight, and I lost 100 pounds on a low-fat diet. I was hungry all the time. I worked out day and night. I used to run to the gym, do my workout, and walk home. I did this almost every day. I ate about 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day. And after 6-8 months, see, how old was I? I was about 17 or 18 years old when this happened. After 8 months, I lost nearly 100 pounds. I felt good. I looked good. I'm going to insert an image here. And, but I was hungry all the time and miserable. And eventually, after a series of events in my life that were very difficult for me to get through, I gained all the weight back. And then some. For a while, I worked as a personal trainer. Even after I had gained some of my weight back, I continued to work out. This is going back to my early 20s. I continued to work out. I continued to train. I worked in a gym as a personal trainer and a director of a fitness program. And I remember one day, my supervisor said to me, "You know, Lori, you're here. You're working out. Your tone, and I see that you eat healthy, but what's the matter with you? Why don't you lose weight?" And I was kind of hurt by that, but I had to really think about what she said, and it was true. Everything she said was true. Why wasn't I losing weight? I was eating healthy. I never had anything that was high fat. I avoided those foods like the plague. But I didn't know it at the time, but I was eating a lot of carb and feeding my addiction, which I now know that I have a carb addiction. And I don't mean when I say carb addiction that I'm just out there eating every carb in sight and piling on the mashed potatoes, which I would love to do, but I don't. That's not what I mean by that. What I mean by that is I actually control my food very well, white knuckling it, but I'm always hungry and I always want more, even though I might not go there. And so I have learned now that I have a metabolic disorder, and I don't want to sound like I'm going to blame it all on the metabolism. I messed up my metabolism almost in the same way that an alcoholic, before they became an alcoholic, they could drink in moderation without having an addiction. Well, not all, but some. With me, I messed up my metabolism by eating too much carb at one point in my life, and I've never been able to eat normally again. So, fast forward to the present. Here we are a couple of years ago. I found the Atkins diet. And a friend of mine had mentioned that she lost weight on it, and I thought, hey, that sounds pretty cool. My initial interest in it was that she had lost weight so fast. But then when I tried it, I learned that this is a whole science and this is very, very complex, and so I read everything I could get my hands on. And I tried it, eating the low carb, high protein. I don't want to say high protein, but you know, I was eating about, I don't know, a couple servings of protein a day, you know, just a hamburger patty and some eggs. Nothing overboard, nothing ridiculously high protein, but the low carb, and 20 net carbs is what I did. Anyway, I lost weight, and I loved how I felt, and I loved most of all not being hungry all the time, and having that feeling of when I am full, I'm full, and I put the food down. I have never been able to do that my entire life. Something happened to me growing up as a child. I'm Italian, and pasta, mangia, that's what we were taught. And if you didn't eat, something was the matter with you. Well, something was the matter with me for sure. I got a carb addiction and an intolerance, an insulin intolerance. I'm not diabetic, but I have something wrong with my metabolism, which I've learned through studying the ketogenic diet. So, back to where we're at today. Or actually, no, back a few years ago, I tried the keto diet. Why did I go off of it? I actually didn't want to, but I was scared. Everybody kept telling me how dangerous this was. I was going to get a fatty liver. I was going to have a heart attack from all the cholesterol. The list goes on and on of all these dangerous things that I was told. And I got scared, frankly. And I thought, I better give my body a break from this keto thing because I'm afraid what's going to happen to me. Well, here we are. Fast forward a couple of years, and my body really has just been craving to be back on the diet. And so I decided I'm going to give this another shot. But this time, I've done a lot more research. And there is more research now than there was a few years ago when I had done this. YouTube is just full of wonderful, wonderful keto community and support out there. And so I'm just thrilled that I'm not alone in this and that I don't have to worry about the supposed ill effects of the diet. I'm confident now. I'm comfortable. So I wanted to document my progress. I don't remember if I said or not, but I need to lose over 100 pounds. I gained back the weight I lost many years ago and have been carrying it around for 30 years. And that's not comfortable. I don't know exactly how much I weigh. I know that I'm over 100 pounds overweight. I'm afraid of the scale. I'm just confessing. The last time I weighed myself, I was really mortified, and I couldn't do it again. But I did have the courage to ask my chiropractor, who I see a couple times a week. I had the courage to ask her to weigh me, not tell me how much I weigh, but to let me know every time I weigh in, about once a week, how much I've lost. And my plan is in future videos that I will eventually have her reveal my weight. I do know it's over 100 pounds, that I know. So I'm going to try to get the courage to do this, so I will be happy to bring you along on that journey as we face it. But the scale scares me. It really does. Just checking notes here. So for the past 30 years, I've worked in various aspects of the health and mental health fields. I've also worked in ministry. And so what I've learned from my past successes and past failures is that there's more to a diet than just a diet, just a meal plan. For me, one of the things that actually got me into emotional eating, accompanied by the physical metabolic problems, it really goes hand in hand. I can't say it was all because of a metabolism issue or insulin or whatever. It's definitely emotional, spiritual, and physical connection, a very holistic connection that I firmly believe that I have to address all these issues. And so, and like I said, over the past 30 years, I've worked in these different fields and really put more focus on developing myself emotionally and spiritually. And the physical part has just been so difficult for me to do because I didn't have a ketogenic diet. I didn't even know about it, believe it or not. I didn't even know about it until a few years ago. If I had known it, I probably would have lost the weight years ago. I'd be willing to bet on that. But that's okay, because here we are today, and I invite you to join me on my weight loss journey. I'd like to talk in my future videos about the mind-body-spirit connection and how that all works together, because I firmly believe that it does. So definitely exciting. Thank you for